Hey, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Talking Spit. I got my favorite person with me again, Rob from Rob Figures. Rob, say hi.
Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
And you already know we about to get into episode 3 of X-Men 97.
Episode 3, y'all.
Now, opening, like I've been saying since the last show. They are giving us the story without giving us the story. Am I in agreement? Are you in agreement with me?
I am 100% in agreement. Those hints are excellent, but you got to catch them. You
Yeah,
got to be a sleuth.
you definitely got to be vigilant. Like, I don't know if you're one of those people who's like, oh no, the opening is the same. It's not the same, and I don't think it will be the same probably throughout this whole first season. Um, Now let's get into the new additions, Pop. Like, what is something new that you noticed in the opening?
Um, First and foremost, Sunspot being right there in the opening was like an in Jubilee spot, which was so cool.
Yeah, I think that flip of the
Yeah.
switch was pretty dope.
At first,
Definitely
I
dope.
did the Scooby Doo, like, whoop.
And it also, to me, if you think about this, just snowballing. I don't know. Think about the OG X Men when Jubilee. We getting to know Jubilee. We're getting to grow with her and how she was getting comfortable with her powers, just getting comfortable being a mutant. I think this time around we're going through it with Roberto because he's not comfortable being himself just yet.
Exactly.
So I think this is why now we have him. Maybe that's metaphorically like I'm in a cage because I'm not really fully being myself.
We're seeing the X-Men's lives through the eyes of an outsider, Roberto DaCosta. So
Now what I've caught, I don't know if everybody else caught this, but that's Lilandra. And who next to her? Professor Xavier.
Xavier's not dead, people.
Yes, I need y'all
Please
to
stop.
just really get this together because y'all
Please.
killing me, and it is hurtful because a lot of y'all are claiming to be comic book heads. So how could you be a comic book head and say that this man is dead? How many times did Xavier die? Please, someone tell me.
That's like saying Jean is going to stay dead. Oh, she dead, bro. She
Like,
dead.
you don't know. You dying in comic books. What happened to Pop?
Yeah, you come right back, or you can be like Thunderbird and almost never come back. Poor Thunderbird.
You also see, I don't know if anyone noticed, if you're paying attention to what Lilandra is doing, it looks like she's hitting something like in almost in a panic, and then it cuts straight to Phoenix, Jean Grey is the Dark Phoenix. Let me make sure she's not good Phoenix. She's the Dark Phoenix, and it looks like maybe I'm just assuming that she hit her with some type of bomb or missile or I don't know. What you think, Pop? Do you think that has anything that It's the opening, but do you think those two specific parts have anything to do with each other?
I do think it definitely has something to do. I don't know what. I'm following your lead on this because I'm a little bit rusty in my comic book lore, even though I'm a comic book head. I haven't read these stories in a long time. So I'm going to follow your lead. But yes, I do think there is something to this. So keep your eyes on. Put your Sherlock Holmes hat on.
Yeah, and it also looks like Cyclops is. I think they're back on that moon planet where supposedly Jean dies and they all do a little orb, the little go planet scene where they're like, "Yeah, take some of my power. Yeah, take some of mine,"
Yep.
and to bring her back. Because let's be real, she was dead, y'all. She was dead.
She was out of here.
There was no. Ooh, let me take a little
Nope,
bit
it
of your
was
power.
out of here.
No, she was dead.
Mm-hmm.
But and you see Bishop again, and I kept saying this. I said this from the second episode. I was like, Pop, Bishop is going back in time, and it has to do something with Cable.
Yo, is it me or did they get rid of Bishop like super fast? They was like, bro, you here today, you're going tomorrow.
As I referenced from my last show, he don't belong here.
Yo, that's so messed up.
He not from here. All right.
So
and you pull
up,
out
bro.
his ID, it don't say 20, it don't say 1997. Okay.
The brother ain't getting no love from China. No love.
I love him. I'm just saying, he's not from here, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Plus, he need to do something. Like, I mean, he helpful, but like, be more helpful where you from. But let's get into the third episode. Start me up, Pop.
All right. Well, we know how we left off the last episode with Jean appearing at the door. And that was Jean Grey. We said it. If you listen to our last podcast, we said it. That was Jean. And the imposter over there with the baby was a real witch with a bee. For real.
Hey, this is not her foot at all, though. This is This is the fault of
I
you
blame
already
her all the
know.
way.
And as the episode goes on, Madeline is trying to play it cool, like she don't know the jig is up.
Yo, but did you catch how she quickly destroyed the like petri dish? Because
Yes,
she didn't want
want no
run.
more. Like no more. She was
was like,
not
no.
subtle with it in any way. She was like, enough with the test. Nah, I've been here. She
Jean
been
Grey.
wherever she was at. It's not it. No. But I feel bad for her. Not gonna lie. Like
you got to.
You feel her pain. Like damn. And then Scott ain't had not a damn thing to say when she was like, Scott, mum's the word.
Okay, question. Question. Her DNA is Jean Grey's DNA.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
She had the baby. So is the baby's hers or is it Jean Grey? It's not like they twins. It's her.
The baby's hers. Right?
But how?
What because do you mean how? Was Jean in the hospital?
Okay,
pushing?
Okay, right. She didn't. She birthed the baby, but she is literally someone else. She is the person standing right next to her, not a twin person, the actual person.
But according to Beast, she's not.
No, she is. She's just a younger version of her. That's what he said. He said
well, that's still a kid.
Yeah, but is it?
Yes, it is. Look, this guy is trying to be.
No, I'm just saying if they took a DNA test, right?
Super mean. Right?
If they take a DNA test, right?
Yes.
And the law of the Marvel world, she's a clone, so they would not give that baby to her, even though she had it. They'd give it to the person that was cloned. They give it to Jean Grey. No, it's not.
It didn't come from.
Because that's but she's living someone else's life.
So she had the baby though.
And she didn't live it as a different person. She lived it as Jean Grey.
But the baby came out of Madeline.
All right. We'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
Listen, she could be all ever she is. Goblin Queen, Adonia, or however you say that other name.
I mean, when you ask Cable, who his mother is, does he say Madame Pryor?
No, he says
Jean Grey.
But he's gonna say Jean Grey.
No, she gave him a psychic link.
Okay.
He knew but he also knew his mother was a clone.
That's okay.
See?
But that's comic book. We can't.
No, it's not even comic book. It's just.
No, but I'm saying, will they do that here in the show? No, I don't think they will.
We don't know. We don't know. But I'm thinking.
He's changing mind. I mean, look at it. Let's go into the episode.
All right, let's go.
When she turns, right? We all know that's not how she turns.
Yeah, but I'm not even saying that. I'm dealing with the animation. Look at look when Jean read Cable's mind back in the first incarnation of the show.
Right.
She said Cable is more important than you and I than you will ever know.
She said he's more important than you and I will ever know. Yes. She knew that was her son.
Yeah.
Yes. We know this.
No. What I'm saying is how is it gonna? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, he done kind of gave us the Goblin Queen in one spoonful of ice cream.
And I love Scott to death, bro, but
he's an idiot.
I'm not giving up. Listen. If my son got to go, I'm gonna be there when he go. I'm not gonna walk away. I can't take this. I can't do it. Yes, I can't. I was saying that while he's in my arms.
All right, so we got to quote it because it's on the show. You can't say. This is why when we were watching X-Men, this is why he used to piss me off. Because it's like, bro, I get it, but like sometimes Scott could be a big AWS baby.
Yep, and this is the coolest Scott we ever got, and he still ended up doing the same thing to make you go, "Oh, come on, dude, bro, that's your son. Get over there with her. Send your son together." Now,
we jumped ahead a little bit, but as she's mad, she goes to the baby room, or I'm guessing that's their bedroom.
Yeah.
And Sinister comes out of the shadows like he always does, creepy. So my favorite dude. I know y'all like, how could you like somebody so disgusting? But I like him because he's so disgusting. Like he's so vile, but so sneaky, and it's just like you can't catch him.
He's a cool villain.
He's so good at what he does.
You don't like the Joker for what he does. You just like him as the villain that they made him.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like, I love what he does.
I want to be with the Joker.
I just like the character. Yeah, if you're
Sinister is one of the coolest of the cool. When I found out that you liked him so much, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, bro. Because most people were leaning toward Magneto, like, oh, it's Magneto. You know, Apocalypse get a little bit of love,
but Apocalypse, I love Apocalypse too. It's just like sometimes I just be like, bro, just stop. Like, just chill out. Like, and stop lying. You was a mutant, bro. Like, embrace it.
I am far from mutants.
Far from. Nah, my guy, you're you're a mutant. If the shoe fits. But let's get into what happens as she's in the room and Sinister is like basically like, yo, bro, I made you. So let's get with the program. Now, while we're watching it, I notice your face because we know how of a comic book accurate person you are. And that eyebrow immediately went up when we see Mr. Sinister's diamond go on to Madeline's head. So let's explain to the people why you were so bothered by that.
Because that's right out of the Krakoa era X-Men. That's like happening right now. like he had. Come on, it was like I get it.
You don't understand, people. He was fuming at the mouth. Like, no, why is he doing that? He ain't doing that. Yeah, he's doing that in the comic books now. And I'm just like, bro, let it go. Let him use it. It's okay. It's not destroying nothing.
I have resigned myself that stitching together a cartoon from comic books, you have to grab from everything. So I'm going to be more chill this time.
And he definitely grabbed from so many books.
Yes, he did.
Now, if you guys are paying attention, when she makes her announcement and she's like, I'm the queen of brimstone and whatever else, she was spitting her 1 and 2 right there. And she said, I'm going to take them to my inferno. That is indeed the comic book, guys. Yep. You get to really see her as the Goblin Queen, and you also get to see why, her pain, just everything, because Shorty went through a lot. Now, we don't get to see so much of that, obviously, because like my father said previously in the last episode, that is a lot to put into a show. It would literally take up more than 1 season. It would be literally us watching 5 seasons just dedicated to showing y'all how she went from this to that. So I do understand the spicing and the dicing. And to me personally, the way he's spicing and dicing is still making sense.
Oh my God, it was excellent.
Now, if you want to, I'm not sure, you can look it up. If you want to see, it's literally called X-Men Inferno.
Yeah, it's the saga, right?
Yeah, and it's a saga. I don't know how many comic books there are, but yeah, you can look that up.
Or get the trade paperback. You get it all in one book.
Yeah, just do your own research, guys. Get to know these characters, and then you'll understand the other side of the nerds. Because there's levels to us. You got the real ones that will come for you because you didn't know who this was and how this happened, and the ones that are purists. And then you have the ones that are okay with being in the middle or okay with the adjustments that have to be made, because there was a time where I was like, nah, that didn't have to be adjusted. Though not everything does have to be adjusted, but when you're doing an animated series, yeah, you got to expect for these things. Or even when you're doing a live action, we got to expect for certain things to be mildly or maybe even hugely adjusted, just so we could fit it,
Like her PG-13 costume.
Like her PG-13 costume. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh snap, we about to get her, Grandmaster Sexy. And then I was like, oh, they dialed it back.
Yeah, they dialed it. I mean, they showed the blood and everything, but it's like when it comes to skin,
it's like, oh, nah. Because guys, I'm telling y'all, go look it up. It's very boobish. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you look straight.
Yo, she got the hottest costume.
Fire-looking costume.
You go, whoa.
I don't know if we got any, people that collect figures, but everyone knows what I'm talking about when we reference her costume. Like, we seen it one time done the right way, and I'm not talking about the new Marvel toy with X-Men 97 toy. I'm talking about the one that they put out, I think,
for the HasLab.
Yes, for the HasLab. Yeah.
But it didn't make it.
If anyone's seen that one, that's the one I would like. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it. The toy that's out now, the figure that's out now.
Unfortunately, that wasn't funded.
Yes, so. I don't know how you could not fund that though. But moving on. Now, okay, Dad, this might be a controversial thing. But I'm gonna say it because I feel like I did kind of notice something, an undertone or something, but I don't know if everybody else noticed it. And I don't know, maybe it's the...
Wait. Before you say it, let me take a guess who has to do it. Beast, I mean, a Morph in Wolverine?
Yes. Oh! Yes. Is it me or Does Morph have a Uber crush?
Bro, I thought that.
Wolverine?
I was sitting there shaking my head like, they not going down this road because this is Ultimate X-Men. Remember, it was Nightcrawler. We had the crush on Wolverine. Yeah, Nightcrawler was gay in the Ultimate X-Men comic books. Guys, pick it up, read it.
Let's be clear before I make this statement. I am very much gay, but blasphemy. Why would they make Nightcrawler gay?
Yeah, it was.
My dude not gay, and it's not wrong being gay. I'm gay, but I'm just saying everybody don't got to be gay.
And that's the truth. I mean, you can.
I hated it when they tried it with Bobby. What? And if you really read that part, she's kind of telling him.
Yeah,
she's like, "Yo, bro, you're gay," him. And he's just like, "Wait, what?"
And that was my beef with that whole thing, and we get in a whole nother comic. But that was my beef with that.
I'm just saying that I definitely felt like they were kind of letting us know that Morph has a uber crush on Wolverine.
Yep, straight
like you've seen like he sighs, like he's like, okay, hit the showers. Wolverine's like, I'm gonna go check on a redhead or one of them, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, okay, now it's just Morph by myself. And then he thinks he's in the shower, and my boy about to go make a joke with him.
Why he's watching
I don't know Wolverine personally, but I'm pretty sure like he's comfortable in his own skin. But I think he'd be like, "Yo, bro, I'm taking a shower."
My biggest question is, what was he gonna do with them claws, bro? Like,
Morph
pop claws. I'm like, I don't know.
He said he was gonna help him with. I don't know.
What kind of fourth lady?
Very people.
Oh my gosh!
But it looks like Morph has a uber crush on Wolverine. But
yeah, and it was subtle. It was done subtle.
It wasn't over the top.
It was done tastefully, guys. So
and
I know a lot of people are gonna jump on it.
People can jump on it, and if you don't like it, let me just say this: that if you don't like something, thank you. It's not even a freaking channel. You can log out. Like, yeah, bro. Watch something else.
Watch Netflix.
I'm good. I'm good on the. I don't need to hear anybody's.
Go to Max. Go to one of them other ones. So go to Tubi.
So we're in this debate, me and my father. Like we referenced back to the first episode of the X-Men, when Jean goes into Henry Garrett's mind and something happens, gets disrupted. I personally feel like, obviously, now that we know that this is Madeline, that the disruption was the fact that she's not all the way Jean. So I think that maybe she went into maybe her own mind, and seen some things. Now there's this dust bowl that we all see, and we're all trying to figure out what it says. Now, I did my detective work, had to do my Batman stuff, and I put on captions to see exactly what that thing is saying. So the dust bowl says, "No, not again. I'm sorry." If you go back to episode 3, Morph says, "I'm sorry." I think he says, "I'm sorry, not again." Right? Yeah. Something along those same lines, right? So this is the debate me and my father have been having. My father thinks the dust bowl is Morph. I personally, at first, didn't think so. I was like, nah, you're lying. They can't be, because they didn't even say the same thing. But as I'm thinking about it, Mr. Sinister's here. Madeline is also here now. Yes, Morph is in some major trouble because 2 people can take control of him now. And she did it with the blink of an eye.
1, 2, 3.
So, yes, I'm thinking, yes, it's going to be Morph, and they're going to make him do something bad.
Poor Morph.
Yeah, poor guy.
He'll get nerfed again.
He's just a puppet. Puppet. I'm so sorry. And let's go further. When she takes them down to hell.
And yes, they were in hell.
Yeah, very monetized version of hell
in their minds.
Yes, because it wasn't. She just that. But this is what I'm saying. You get to see the extent, not the full extent, but just this is a pinch of an extent of how Madeline get down. And to me, that part was awesome.
How excellent did they do that part? They pulled a lot of animes. They pulled from a lot of animes. When that door opened, that was some. I
don't know if any of you ever seen Demon City, but
oh my god,
it felt like we was in Demon City.
Where the eyes went down,
when the elevator.
Yep, and the eyes went I was like, straight Demon City. I was like, holy cow, that was awesome, bro. I was like,
And then again, X-Men working as a team, freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. The whole time, I'm like, where's Rogue and Magneto? And I'm getting upset because that's my woman.
They're doing a hippity-dippity.
And no, they were not. They were on patrol, and they was on patrol. She wouldn't cheat on me like that. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that to Remy.
Hey, you see how she came in and reacted to him? I should have been here.
That's her boo. Remy, and let's go through it. Even in the opening, I think they even letting us know. Listen, there ain't no man. There will never be a man. The only man that she is Gambit. Okay, it won't be no old balls Magneto. It won't be none of that. That's gross, man. I mean, Magneto.
You pull from your Adam Sandler. Yes. In the Adam Sandler.
I felt like him. But how did you feel about that fight scene?
I think that fight scene was done excellently.
What was that? Your take on Cajun?
That's my. That's my Cajun with a little Bronx with a little Bronx twang to it. But yeah, they did that part. They really surprised me with that. I didn't think that they would pull from other animated genres, but the way they did that was a whole anime set, guys. Think about it. They took the X-Men art and dropped it inside of a horror anime and gave you it. You can't. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm in heaven right now.
The way they said the New Mutants movie would be, how it was going to be like a horror. This was more.
And it turned out like trash.
I enjoyed the film.
Trash.
It was actually pretty cool. I mean, Bishop did something. No, I'm playing. He came through. He really did. Not only did he save Beast's life, he kind of saved everybody else's life.
Bishop was on his game.
And then here comes Jean doing her big one. Which, I mean, all right, if you're a female, and I mean like a comic book female, and you watch the OG X-Men, you was always like, Jean, you little flirt. She liked her little Boy Scout, but she also liked the bad boy in Wolverine. She liked hearing Wolverine go, I go where I want to go. Like she loved that. She was intrigued. She wanted it. And if we gonna fast forward, because I don't care what nobody say, Wolverine think he's slick.
Oh,
talk about look at me. Remember, come on. I'm gonna grab her face. He was so hopeful, like, ooh, yeah, she's gonna say she loved me, and then boom, the link. I'm trying to tell this boy, like, you can't come between them. Like they have a link. She's in love with Scott. She's always gonna be in love with Scott for whatever the reasons. She's in love with him.
Yep.
So just let it go. And I personally feel like I've been saying this forever. Like the only reason Wolverine is so in love with Jean is because he just never had her yet.
No, because think about it. If that comes from Wolverine Origins, you read that, right? No. The girl that was like way back when, I can't think her name was, I forgot what her name was, but she looked just like Jean Grey. So it was almost like way back in the 1800s, he had Jean Grey, was madly in love with her. She died, and then fast forward, she's right back in his life.
Let it go. I'm sorry. Let it go, bro.
That is so cold.
It's not. He's just so greedy. But okay, so another crazy part that I didn't even think they would ever show someone doing in a cartoon is Mr. Sinister put baby Cable in a vat of like he just dropped him in here like he was a toy doll and then closed it. Like I didn't think they would ever show something like that.
Which explains that this is not so much for kids.
Which is letting us know,
like, for an older crowd, a little bit of an older crowd.
And that's by no means saying, you watch with your kids, but you got to explain things to kids as well. Yep. You can't just be having your kids watch stuff and you're not explaining none to them. But that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
And I know y'all like, how could you say that was cool? But it's just him. He's just so evil.
I mean, they did tone down how much of the technovirus was on that kid because. They
also switched who exposed him to the technovirus. Yes, they did. Because if we're being comic accurate, it wasn't Mr. Sinister who exposed him. It was Apocalypse.
It was
And the
Apocalypse.
reason Apocalypse exposed him is because he got wind of of
What Sinister
what
was
Sinister
doing.
was doing, which was trying to make the most powerful mutant or
So that they
something. And
can take
so
him
he's
out.
like, okay, so I'm gonna expose him to this technovirus, and if his body is adjusts well to it, then I'm gonna use his body
As a vessel.
as a vessel.
Yeah.
So that's how that originally happens. But I still like the way they're doing it here too.
Yeah, I mean, they did it in a way that you wouldn't, if you didn't know, you didn't have to know, you know. But I do say go read the comics, please.
Yeah, and then even down to Bishop taking Cable again, not comic book accurate.
Nope.
If I correct that, who?
It was
takes
Apocalypse.
Cable?
It was Apocalypse kidnaps him and takes him.
Bro, this guy Apocalypse, he always wants something that ain't his.
Like
Like
they
he
let
really
him
got
go.
it out. Like
I guess they changed the future now because.
Well, think about it. Can you change the future really?
No, you just create a new.
You just
timeline.
create a new one, right?
Yeah,
so right now,
But what does this do to Cable? Because Cable was hating Apocalypse for a reason.
Factual. I don't know.
So was it the reason that everything happened in the way it happened in the comics, but they just never showed it? True. Because that's the reason why he hated him.
Because if we reference back, that virus, they somewhat touched on a virus in the old show. Mm-hmm. They never said what. They just said it was a mutant virus. They never said it was technovirus, anything like that. Yeah. So, and that's why Cable hated him, because in Cable's world, that virus took out everybody, right? If I'm correct? I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Yeah. But
he was hating him before that, right? Was he? When he first came, his whole mission was to kill Apocalypse, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the first person he started hating was the
master,
dude that made
right? the master.
Yeah, the dude that made the palace, right? Atla, right? Atla,
yeah.
And come to find out, Mystique took him out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna make. I still think Apocalypse may still be the big bad. I just feel like when it comes down to X-Men, he's always gonna be one of the big bad. If when you're doing a show, like because he's been around.
Yeah.
So his planning is a little deeper than I think Sinister's. So I definitely think he's still gonna be bad. But I guess for right now, we already know who they're gonna be facing. To me, recurring. Yeah, recurring.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I mean, that's what the showrunner said. He said that the big bad for this season is going to be Apocalypse, but you're going to see Apocalypse do things. I mean, not Apocalypse. Excuse me, Mr. Sinister. It's going to be Mr. Sinister, but you're going to see Sinister do things that you would like. Wow, how's he doing this?
But it was also pretty cool to see Morph, try to fight Goblin Queen. And just to let you guys know, the woman that he turned into, her name is Illyana Rasputin. That is Colossus' little sister. She becomes magic. Well, let's just you know what, if y'all guys want to read, just look up Magic #1. It's 4 parts. You get to know her. You get to know what happened to her and everything. You get to know her relationship with Madeline as well. Like I said, they touched on a lot of things, but they didn't deep dive to where you guys can really know who exactly she is. And
both girls were the same girls. The one with the horns.
Yes,
and
that
the one
is exactly the same person. Yes, that's just her with her. What do you call it?
That's her as a Dark Child, and that's her as Magic.
But definitely an interesting read, and definitely one of my favorite characters. She's definitely in my top 20.
Yeah, Magic is she boss.
But yeah, I mean, he's still hitting hard. Like it looks like we in for a ride. I personally think Madeline has something up her sleeve. That's just me. If they do put a little bit more from the comic book, I think after she get her head right, she definitely about to approach Sinister like, so what's up? Because she does do that, guys. Once she gets her head together and she know what she's capable of, yeah, she's gonna step to him. But I don't know, Pop. What you think?
I think that we in for. I mean, I was saying the first 2 episodes, but this 3rd episode just it just solidifies it even more that we're about to get a bomb dropped on us, bro. We're about to be like, I mean, mouths open, what the hell?
Yeah, and it ends off with Storm and
baby girl.
Now, if you guys are not aware, Forge, they do get together, guys. Yes. Not try to spoil anything, but if you picked up a comic book, yes, it happens.
Love
That's the
in
love of
the
her life.
afternoon.
Is it gonna last? Probably not. But definitely does happen. Did it happen like this in comic books? No.
Hell to the no.
But again, like I said, it would take too long to get there.
That's true.
And I like the way it's flowing. And I'm gonna be there next Wednesday, not sleeping, to make sure I am among the first, because I don't want to be one of those people to get an alert and like, damn, I didn't. God damn it! No, I need to see it first. I don't know about y'all, but I always have to be first. But have fun with you guys today. I want everyone to have a great day, weekend, whatever. I don't know how your work schedule is, whatever it is. Stay peaceful, stay kind. Later.
Happy Easter.